Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Precision Rifle Media. This week I've got Theirry Ockenga with us. It took me a solid 3 years to figure out how to say his last name, but I got it down. This show is kind of an interesting one, I think, anyway, because as you guys know, I don't shoot a ton of matches anymore, but I am shooting one this weekend, and I'm squatted up with Theirry. We wanted to get squatted up at the last one, but it just didn't work out. And then there was, I think, 2 other matches we were supposed to shoot together, and it hasn't shook out. But this weekend we're going to be up there shooting, so we're going to do a pre-show and a post-show, and just kind of see how it shakes out. But without any further ado, let's bring Theirry in. And Theirry, glad to have you on. I know you listened to the show for quite a while before we even met, I think.
Yeah, I've been listening for a while before I even knew you were in Sioux Falls or Harrisburg area.
Yeah. But so, man, tell us who you are. How long you been shooting, that kind of thing.
Theirry Ockenga, I've been shooting this type of sport for probably about since 2019. Before that, just mainly hunting, did a lot of archery, did some trap growing up when I was younger. But nothing big into rifles but hunting until about 2019 when I bought a reloading kit and then thought I would start shooting long range, and a buddy took me out to a match and been shooting ever since then. Now I'm hooked.
Was that Joe?
No, that was actually Shane.
Oh, Shane took you to your match.
Yep.
Yeah. Was it the pit match?
Yep, it was the pit match. Yep. I think you were actually there for my first match, Kirk.
I might have been. God, it might have been the first one he put on that I was there for.
Yep. It was because you had a kid that you brought with you shooting a Valkyrie. I remember.
Yeah, shooting my Valkyrie. Yeah, he borrowed that.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's funny. You've So that did you shoot that match?
Yeah, I did shoot that match.
What rifle did you use? Our rifle?
I actually bought a factory Bergara in Chamberlain 6.5 Creedmoor and ran it. And I ran that for a couple other matches after that, and then realized I need to start going to a little bit more custom end.
And that was when the old Terminus. No, you had the Impact, I think, before that, right? Or no?
No, I had that Savage. I shot
that's
factory class in that Savage Elite at the Rampage and a couple other matches. And then that's when I moved to the Terminus after that.
Yeah, the Terminus with the HS barrel and the 6 GT. Yeah. That thing's a shooter too.
Yeah, that thing is a shooter.
Foundation stock. I'm working on having those guys on the show too. They got busy last time, and we'll see. But I think that'd be an interesting show. You've seen a lot of those, even at like the ELR event last weekend. There was quite a few foundations.
Yeah, they've been moving big into the industry. I think they're doing wonders. I mean, the owner, John Kyle himself, is just awesome dude. Just really super.
Yeah. So you started out with that Savage, which I think we kind of traded on that, didn't we?
Yep. That was when I came to you.
Traded you into the Terminus?
Yeah, got me into the Terminus. I got out of that Savage and got in that Terminus, and then stuck with the MDT chassis for another year. And then this year made the jump to Foundation.
Now you've been shooting for what, like 4 years now?
Yeah, this would be technically my 4th year shooting.
Yeah. You're placing pretty good.
Usually. I've been practicing as much as I can, but I think the dry fire game has helped my skill in handling my rifle and actually getting good placement.
When you dry fire, are you using like a DFAT or something, or are you just aiming out the window?
Yep. No. I am using a DFAT. That thing is a game changer, I tell you.
Yeah, the DFATs are pretty sweet.
Yep.
What do you run for a scope?
I run a Vortex Razor Gen 2.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I like the reticle the best. I have that. Out of all the scopes I ran, that's been my favorite reticle. And it's hardy.
Yeah. Yeah, they make a good scope. So we got
Yep.
this match this weekend up in Fort Pierre. We're squatted up together. First time. I'm
Yep.
gonna drag you down to my level. Show you what it's like to be a nobody down here at the bottom.
Oh, whatever.
If I finish middle of the pack, I'll be happy.
I think we get you up there, Kirk.
We'll see. We'll see. The rifle's shooting good though.
As long as you don't have any more of those free floating bullets.
Hey, that batch of ammo that shot pretty good, man. I'll take that. I'll take that all again.
Yep.
Yeah, my brass is getting to be so old and so wore out. Like, I don't know, maybe a fifth of the bullets. If you pull, you can pull the bullets out by hand.
That's what I just was looking at. I was supposed to actually anneal these before I resized them for this match, but I totally forgot. And so these necks are a little stiff on. So we'll see how this goes.
Are you doing it yourself?
Yep.
You got like an annealing machine, or are you doing it like old school?
Yeah, I have like a old school kind of handmade one.
Is it like a
with the torch, and then it just single feeds. So you just drop the case in there, and when the buzzer goes off,
with a pie plate or whatever, and
yep,
the pie plate and put the little low voltage motors on there, and yeah, I made one of those way back too.
Yeah. I need to move to a better one, but I just haven't made the jump.
Really, there's a lot of people that buy them and then they start annealing brass just to like pay for the machine or whatever. Seriously, it's easy to find. You just go on like Sniper's Hide or whatever. You can find people that do it for a couple cents a piece of brass.
That's what I started. A buddy of mine did it for me in the beginning, and then it just got to be a hassle to try and round up brass to drop off to him, pick it up, and
that is the thing. You kind of got to do batches, right? Like it's got to be. You kind of got to have it all shot and all ready to go and all.
And in the same firing sequence, and trying to keep that organized, and it just wasn't working out the greatest.
Yeah, my ammo was being loaded by my 2-year-old. I think that's
I've seen that. Yeah,
he does pretty good.
That's pretty good.
He does good.
Did he make sure he got a little icy in each one so that it slowed him down a little bit?
That's the secret sauce. That's what stabilizes.
That's the secret sauce.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
Good.
So
That's
I sent Theirry a picture before this show. I was trying to load ammo for the match, and trying not to load like the night before, like usual, And my 2-year-old's out there helping me. I guess he's 2.5 or whatever now, but he's got one of those little icy popsicle things hanging out of his mouth, and he's like pouring powder into the casings and.
That's good. Yeah, my son always wants to help me. He'll help on the brass prep, but when it comes to seeding powder, I don't know. I get too nervous with that.
Yeah, I guess the way I see it, they can't. I'm watching them do it the whole time, and they're careful, and they couldn't double charge it or anything. You know what I mean? Like without knowing. So I guess I don't get too worried about it. I mean, I wouldn't just be like, all right, I'm going to go eat dinner. Wrap this up by the time I get back.
That's the dream though, ain't it?
It is. Yeah, it is. To be perfectly honest, I think my kids and my wife have loaded more match ammo for me in the last 2 years than I have.
That's awesome.
I know.
I think it's good to get them in the reloading room to kind of show them the ropes so early.
Yeah, they get it figured out. Yep. Easton, he'll seat bullets for me too. He's 5. Yeah, I'll have him seat bullets. He does a good job. He's real careful, real slow.
Yeah,
that works out.
My daughter loves the deprime. She loves depriming brass. That's her favorite.
Yeah. See, what I've been doing is I've been using the Southern Shine media in the stainless.
Oh, yep.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
It's not the pins though. It's like
flakes, right?
Right. Yep. Which is great. But when I do that, I can, but I don't like to have primers in.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Not because I'm worried so much about cleaning the primer pockets. I guess I don't think that has too much of an effect, enough for me to really care.
I don't think so either.
But what I do like is that when I go to take the brass out of the water, if you have the primer in, you can't get all the water out real good. But if the primer's
Yep.
out, all the media and stuff will come sliding out of the casing real easy. So then that kind of added an extra step, right? Because I used to just clean it all and then decap and size. And then when I decapped it and resized it, then I would come down with the ram and I would prime the case again right away.
Oh, yep, yep.
But
No, I
you borrowed
switched
that. You borrowed that
to
from me.
Yep, yep. That was I like that press a lot.
Yeah, and I'll prime with that instead of the hand primer or whatever, and then I knock both of those out at the same time, and then after that I'll go through and trim and everything. I don't know, you know, should or shouldn't trim with the primer in it. I don't know. Does it matter? Probably not, but
I haven't had an issue, but I haven't had to trim my brass for a while. I switched to a mandrel, and that helps from pulling the necks out. And I feel like I don't have to trim it near as much anymore.
um, the big thing is I don't always trim. I'll run it through the trimmer, but it doesn't always hit the blade. But I always chamfer both sides just a touch
Yep.
because with that stainless media, it
Yep.
kind of cleans the edges a little bit.
Yep. That's kind of
So
why I got rid of the stainless media and wet tumbling. I went
yeah,
back to dry tumbling.
I just don't like all the dust everywhere.
Use rice. It helps.
Does it really?
Yeah, it really does.
Maybe I'll have to try that. Yeah, I don't know. The stainless is nice. The brass is super clean afterwards, but I just don't think that matters all that much. But
I don't
it's
know.
what's that?
I heard I read a study that was they say the carbon in the necks actually help with like consistency and seeing bullets. And I
Yeah,
was just trying,
lubricating.
yeah, so I just tried it this year to kind of see if it helped, and I think it helped a little bit. My bullets don't get as stuck when you go to pull them after the fact.
Interesting. Yeah, creating a little barrier between the copper and the brass.
Yep.
Probably, I could see that maybe causing a little bit of a barrier and then slowing down any like oxidation you'd get between the dissimilar metals, right?
Yep.
Where they say like fresh ammo is the best ammo, you might be able to avoid it.
Well, I think mine might be the freshest ammo for this match. I might be loading the morning of, so we'll see.
Really?
Yeah, I
What you
got them in the
bring?
tumbler right now, so we'll
Oh,
see.
really? What do you
Yeah.
bring this stuff up? Or are you going to drive up in the morning or what?
Yeah, I think we're gonna drive up Friday morning, so hopefully I can get up early and finish loading everything up, or load it tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be leaving Friday after work. I'll get up there probably what 2:30, probably like 6:37, I suppose.
We're hoping to get up there to shoot because I think he closes the range down at a certain time. Hoping to get up there and just shoot a little bit, see, but we'll see.
How did you do it his last match?
Um, it was a 3-way tie with me and Travis Stevens and another guy. And I think it pushed me to 7th
Oh,
place
with the
with the
tiebreaker.
tiebreaker. Yeah. And that was my worst stage too.
That was one of my best stages. It was like a cattle gate. Wasn't
Yeah,
it
it was
like
a cattle gate. Yeah.
target at like 400?
Yeah.
I got done shooting that and I was like, well, I didn't do very good. And Eli Groh was running the stage. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, you did better than most people did.
Yeah, I didn't do that one. That one tore me up. I don't know what happened. I tried using a flat bag in the front and tripod in the rear, and I couldn't catch my wind on it.
I used, I don't even remember. I must have used my pump pillow in the front because I got I got a pump pillow, but it's not like it's full of. It's only like half full, and it's full of like a heavy bead.
Yep.
So I used that in the front, and I didn't use a tripod or nothing in the back. I just wung it from there.
Well,
But
you must have
I
did
did
better
win
than
a
me.
I did win a bag from oh man, Dakota.
Ain't it that Dakota Rifle Company or something like
Yeah,
that?
Dakota Rifle Company. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll have that bag with me.
Breaking
Going
that
up.
one in. Yeah. I had to borrow a bag for this one. For some reason I lost my fortune cookie, and so I had to call Buddy to borrow his bag for this match.
Yeah. How'd you lose that?
I have no idea. I took it prairie dogging, and I think I might have left it behind or left it on the side, something.
That's right. You were saying you guys did that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's easy to leave stuff laying in the field like that.
Yeah, I think I left it on the side of the side by side and didn't pay attention.
You should have come to the ELR match with us last weekend.
I I know, but I had to pick and choose my battles with my wife with the newborn at home. I
Oh,
was like,
that's true. Yeah, that's right. You what? A week old? 2 weeks old?
yeah, she's a week old.
Boom! You heard it here first.
Yeah,
Number 4, though, right?
this is third. She was born on the 3rd of July, so
Nice. So you're going to be well rested for the match.
yeah. Luckily enough, she sleeps pretty good to allow me to get some sleep, but it'll be a different mental game for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're running the 6 GT. What'd you run before that?
I started off, like I said, with the 6.5 Creedmoor. I went to the new Hot Rod 6.5 PRC, and that was just way too much recoil. And then I actually went to a 6 Creed and shot a couple of barrels of them. And
Oh, that's right. We
then
did put a 6 Creed barrel together for that.
that
For that
Savage, yep.
Savage. Yeah, we shouldered that Savage barrel.
Yep. And then I realized I was chasing the 6 Creed a little much just because I was pushing it relatively fast. And I wanted easy loading and no mag issues. So I jumped to the GT, and it's been easy. It's been the easy button for sure.
Supposedly, you're not supposed to use the MDT mags with the GT. They're having issues.
Yep. I have 3 MDTs, and I've never got them to work. I've just the accurate mags work the best in mine.
It's unreal. You'd
Yeah.
think that they would work, just the same. They're all pretty much the same.
But I think the guy, what's his name? He just made a post the other day that they have a mag
George,
in the works right now.
yeah, George was saying they were working on tweaking stuff.
Yep. So we'll see. Hopefully they can get it work because I like their 12 rounders.
Yeah, I've got one of their 12 rounders. You ever use the AW mags?
I tried one. I didn't like it. Kind of puked on me once, and I haven't used it since.
I had AW mags. I probably told you this story, but I had AW mags when I got this rifle put together. I thought that's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be so much nicer on my fingers, like loading and stuff. Especially like if you're in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
So, you remember when I broke my extractor?
Yep.
You've heard that story, right?
Yep. I've heard that story.
Yeah. So I I was being dumb and trying to bend a cartridge the way that Ted from American Rifle Company did, and I could bend the cartridge, but I also bent my extractor. So, apparently, his extractors don't bend when you do that. But I probably got a little carried away with it. But so I called Travis to have him bring me one, and he brought me one, which was awesome. But it was a Magnum extractor.
Yep.
And I didn't try it. I just slapped the new extractor in and called her a day, and went out to shoot the match. And then my rifle was basically a muzzleloader at that point. And but I was talking to Travis, and we're walking to the truck or something, and he's like, "You using AW magazines?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "No, you put those in the truck." He's like, "Friends don't let friends use AW mags." And I remember he said something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay a lot of money for these, man.
They are pretty penny. I've heard a lot of people it's a hit or miss with those arc mags. You ever use those arc mags?
I haven't.
Yeah, a buddy of mine runs them in 6 Creed, but I think a 6 Creed runs every mag really good, so that's a hard one to
Yeah, to
judge.
judge on. I know those Magpul magazines. I've had good luck with those.
Yep.
I don't know, you don't see a
I
lot of being run, but I've had mine have been flawless.
so I had the Hawkins bottom metal in my gun, and with the Magpul polymer mags, they have a lot of play. So like if you hit the bottom of them up, I can't shut my bolt. I gotta like pull it down. There's just enough there to catch my bolt from shutting.
Interesting.
It's yeah, all the polymer mags do it with mine, but the metal mags run flawlessly.
Hmm. It's interesting. I wonder what the deal is.
I my buddy he has a lone peak and he noticed it the other day too with the MDT polymer one.
Hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm running is Lone Peak, an older one.
Yeah. They're a nice action too.
They are. Yeah, they are. I gotta send mine out. I think the bolt is. Have you seen the bolt face?
Mm-mm.
It's all pitted real bad and like
Really?
the DLC's flaking off.
You used and abused it.
I have. That's the thing. I don't blame them at all.
Yeah.
I seriously don't. I don't blame them even a little bit. I've had some pretty hot rounds through that thing, just trying to get that
Yeah.
barrel good.
That's what I on that tiger meat match I shot day one. It was a downpour, just absolutely downpour, and that's what it was. I had a couple hot rounds, and then I looked at my firing pin and I noticed a crack, and that was I had a couple hang fires because of it. So that's not a
Yeah,
good deal.
that's a bummer. I did call on that, but you beat me to the punch, and he didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I was anxious to get one and for the next match coming up because I had like a week in between. So
Yeah, it was that. He sent you the whole fire control group, didn't he? The whole.
yeah, yep. He sent me everything.
And I mean, I guess not the trigger, but the whole the
He sent
springs,
me
the whole thing.
yeah, because you have to. When I talked to him, he said it's kind of a pain in the butt to take them apart because you got to depress that spring and everything. So he just sent me the whole firing pin mechanism,
Yeah,
and they just click in really easy. So that's what I love about that terminus.
yeah. That and the quick change system is pretty sweet. It's
Oh
easy.
yeah, yeah.
It's easy.
That makes cleaning barrels really easy.
How repeatable is it when you pull the barrel off, put the barrel back on?
Within I would say a tenth to 2/10.
So you probably wouldn't trust it to go shoot a match.
Yeah, I probably would. I mean, because a tenth to 2/10, that's not really crazy. That could be me. That could be anything. But more than likely, it'll be within. If you had an inch dot, it's going to be within that inch dot still at 100.
Yeah, yeah, 10th, I guess. But
Yeah.
I barely know where my rifles are zeroed anymore. Like I remember when I used to shoot a lot, and I could, pull it out and know right where that first round was going to go. And now I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I hopefully it works. I don't.
Well, I run the Ford off and I started using their whole new that system they run with. You take a picture of it and then it does all the calculations and actually get your zero angle. And that's been pretty easy.
I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, so now they just add it inside the app where you actually take a picture and it does it for you. And then you just punch it in. So you could have a super high round that hits and it'll calculate everything in there. So you shoot like a 10 shots and then it'll calculate what your zero angle you're supposed to put in.
Oh,
And that's
like
what it would run.
what the cone of fire or whatever would be.
Yeah, basically. But you can. What's nice with the Zeus is I could have three different barrels in there and keep those zero angles in there. And at the range, I could swap between the 6.5 and my GT and just switch over to my Ford
I
off.
see. Like a zero offset.
Yep, zero offset. Yep.
Okay, yeah. So like if you switch the barrel and this one shoots, 0.5 high and 0.3 left, you can
Yep.
have that figured in. Yeah, okay. I see what you're
Yep.
saying.
Yep.
Yep, I got you. Yeah, that makes sense. And I hear people doing that, but I've never tried to do that myself.
Yeah,
You know,
I haven't tried between different calibers, but I watched that a guy online on YouTube. He did it, and he did it at 500 yards, and he was hitting again within a couple rounds. So I think it's pretty repeatable.
yeah, like if you had like a field zero or something. But I don't know. I guess I just
Hmm.
it just makes me nervous if I was going to go shoot a match to be trying to like, I'm just going to throw this barrel on and usually half high and three left and or 3/10 left, or whatever. Like it
Yep.
makes me nervous to go shoot a match that way.
Yeah. We're gonna test that whole theory with it because of a buddy of mine's he's making a prairie dog gun out of the Zeus, and I have 3 different prairie dog barrels for it.
Nice. Where's he out of?
That's actually Joe.
Oh, Joe. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Joe. Which Joe?
Kazan.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. He was up at the ELR match.
I heard all about it. Yep.
Yeah. He was pretty excited. You should come to the one that's going to be in, I don't know if I'm letting the cat out of the bag here. I don't think so. But it's going to be at Highmore, South Dakota.
Yeah. Chad's match.
Yep. But
Yep.
that's all a go now, I believe.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I'm interested to go to one of those.
I got a 338 Norma reamer. I might put a 338 Norma together
There you go.
and just try that.
Are you gonna do like the what do they call it, light class?
Yeah. I think I got to look into the rules. I think that's light class though.
I think 338. When I looked last time, it was 338 and under 30 pounds, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, that sounds right. Yeah. Sounds right.
Yeah.
Dog's pretty excited to see you.
Yeah, the dog. She's right here by my feet. She was in her kennel.
Everybody in South Dakota's got to have a bird dog.
Yeah, a lab. Everybody has a lab up here.
Yeah. So what other matches you got to shoot this year? Any idea?
I'm gonna shoot Chris this 2-day one for Chris, and then I'm gonna shoot his 1-day qualifier match, and then I'm gonna shoot. Oh shoot, what's the next one? Probably Lonnie's match.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
That's right. Lonnie hasn't had his match yet, has he?
No, usually the first week in September.
I was thinking for some reason it was in the spring.
Yeah. No, he had it August one year, but that was just because of a baby. But it's normally like the first week in September. I think it's like 16th of September, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll have to see. That'd be a fun one to go shoot if there's room.
Yeah, I don't think he's opened it yet, so I'm pretty sure. But yeah.
Yeah, because it'll be that one or the ELR, the Highmore, or both, and I'll probably go. We'll see. We'll see. With Chad winning the heavy class last weekend, it'd be cool to go hang out with all those guys again and shoot with them.
Mm-hmm.
When are you going to build an ELR gun?
I was actually just talking to my buddy about building the ELR gun, because I really want to shoot ELR too, but that one's a little deeper pockets for me. Those guys got some serious rigs out there. Yeah.
Right? You shoot so much less. Like the whole match is like 30 rounds.
Yeah, I think it's just like the prisms and everything that just add a little bit more to it. But
yeah, and I mean the brass is expensive a lot of times, and the bullets are expensive. They're big and they're expensive, and the powder, you go through 4 times the powder.
Yeah, I'd like to do either like a 300 PRC or a 300 Norma for a light class. That's what I was kind of thinking of.
Let's do it. Let's get one put together.
I need to. I just got to
I'm
get it
either
okay
gonna,
by the wife.
yeah, right, yeah. Like I said, I'm either gonna that 338 Norma for a light gun, or I'm gonna get a Terminus well, the new big one, the Titan.
Titan, yep. I looked at that one too. That one's got me intrigued.
Yeah, they're like $1,800, but I got a feeling they're worth it, you know.
Yeah.
Because I
The
got the
one
50.
thing,
Use the 50,
there you go. You need to get out there with that thing too.
but I don't love that it's a shell holder action.
Oh,
You know,
yep.
not a big deal, really. I'd like to have like a regular single shot bolt action type rifle, not a shell holder. You know.
Yep. Could you like rebarrel your 50 and run like a 460 Steyr?
You're outside of what I know about these things now. I believe you could do. I could, but
Yep.
I don't really want to rebarrel that shell holder. If I'm going to rebarrel, no, I would just rather. If I'm going to
Yep.
buy a new barrel and stuff, I might as well just get an action too. You know.
Yep. Yep. I heard a lot of guys are running that Armalite action and they're just rebarreling them. And they're seeming to liking them.
Yeah, because the action is like reasonable or whatever.
Yep, because you can get them still for a decent price.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like the 416 Barrett, the 460 Steyr, and the 50 are the same parent case.
Yep, that's what I thought. So I think
But yeah,
that's what Chad Stevens runs is the 460 Steyr.
yeah, I believe so. People like it. I mean, it
Mm-hmm.
seems to be one of the big ones now. You know, there used to be like, I mean, you still see it a lot, I'm sure, but like in the light gun, but like the 33XCs and all that stuff.
Yep,
You
yep.
know,
I
that they
thought about the 33XC, but I heard some people didn't like it because it wasn't getting good burn rate or whatever. It's how
yeah,
long it is.
yeah, I suppose you could have some weirdness there. I don't know. That 460 seems to be what people like for heavy gun. I don't know.
Yeah, that or that. Oh, what's that other one? The Hellfire or whatever.
Oh yeah,
I've heard a lot of
yeah.
people like that.
And then Robert Vestal's coming out with some of his stuff too. It's like real big, but uses regular standard large rifle primers, not 50 primers.
That's the kickers. 50 primers are so dang hard to come by.
They used to be expensive. Are they still
Yeah,
expensive?
I think so. I think I've seen them on Gunbroker for a ridiculous number.
If I remember, I bought a bunch for Garrett one time. They were on sale out here at Fleet Farm, and I think they were like a couple bucks a primer.
That makes it, yeah,
But I
a
could
very
be.
expensive shot.
Remember, or maybe it was $1. I think it might have been $1 a primer. I think it was like $50 for 50 or something. Because the little
Right.
trays, it's like the same size tray as a regular 100 round rifle, whatever. But it's there's only 50 in there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's close to those dimensions anyway.
Yeah, I'm not big in the 50 world. I haven't dug too much into the 50 BMG case too much to see how
Yeah.
much it's going to cost.
So back to the match we're shooting this weekend.
Yep.
Pull ourselves out of the way.
Yeah.
What have you been doing to get ready for it?
Basically dry firing a lot, trying to coming up to this match. I'm gonna try and make it out and do some live fire just to get some recoil management. But
On Friday.
well, yeah, either that or make it out tomorrow to the range and shoot a little bit just to get a good zero and make sure everything's running good before I leave.
Sure. Yeah. I do not dry fire nearly as much as I should. I saw a thing though. I was going to say, uh, if you spend 100 hours a year doing something, At the end of that year, you will be better than 95% of the world, or something like that, or something like that. Like 95% of everybody else. You'll be better than. So, like, if you like whatever it is, 18 minutes a day, 100 hours a year that you spend doing this thing, you'll be better than like 95% of the population
Really?
after that first year.
Yep, I can see that. I mean, it's just repetition after that. You're mainly just trying to get repetition built in. So it's just, you're taking the mental out of it. It's just a matter of doing it now.
Yeah. This was crazy to me that just the numbers, like how that people come up with that, like how true it is. I don't know. But 18 minutes a day, 18 minutes a day, you can be better than 95% of the population. Problem with that though is even if you're better than 95% of the population, like that's still like, at the PRS, it's such a niche, like high level.
Yeah.
Like if you're better than 95% of the population, you're still probably only with like 3% of,
Yeah, yeah.
3% of the people that
That's
even do it.
well, yeah. I wasn't big into dry firing until I started listening like Chad Heckler and all those guys talk about their dry firing regiment and tried it, and I think it's helped me just as far as running the bolt and watching the trigger pull, make sure I'm not yanking it.
Yeah. I know Troy was coming out with some other kind of dry fire thing, laser thing or something. And he's supposed to get a hold of me when he's got that running to come back on and kind of explain it. But it sounds like there's like a screen maybe, and then you shoot a laser at it, and I don't know, like VR. It seems
Yeah,
like VR kind of.
yeah. I heard it's supposed to be like what they use for like the handguns and stuff, like their dry firing kits type thing. That would make it way better, so you can actually record and watch where you hit.
That would be fun to do. Did you ever
Yeah.
shoot? Remember when that gun shop was down in Harrisburg? That like Gunway or whatever, that one that was like halfway between Harrisburg and Sioux Falls.
Yep.
Did you ever shoot in their little Connex box?
I did not. I did not shoot because that was ooh, that would have been a long time ago when they were around. I can't
Like,
remember when they
oh,
quit.
it was probably. I'll bet you they went under 6 years ago,
Yep.
5 or 6 years, 5 years ago at the least, probably longer. But they had that Connex box set up out back. Remember, like the games that you could put, when you were a kid, you'd have the little gun hooked up to the thing with the screen, and it'd be like detective whatever thing, and then you go
Yep.
like
Yep.
detective training or whatever, and they'd have like the little balls shooting out of the things, and you'd shoot the balls.
Yep.
They'd have like other targets that would turn. It'd be super cool if you could set something like that up with whatever Troy's got going on, or even somewhere else. Or you ever techno hunt with a bow?
Yep. I have. I've done that a couple of times. That's actually pretty fun.
Yeah, even if you could do something like that, like with the laser in the bore,
Do
and
it.
if you could
Yep.
somehow, you know, I don't know, where you'd zero to the laser, and then just I don't know, play games with it. I guess I don't
I
know.
wonder if they could do like a snap cap type of thing, where as your firing pin hits it, it like shoots that laser or whatever
Right?
and
Yeah,
records
exactly.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, just a flash on the screen, and then it records that hit, and then
It shows you like your hit radius, your hit percentage, and all that.
yeah, it would work for bolt actions. It'd be kind of weird for semi-autos unless you had some kind of a weird
Hmm.
adapter of some sort, I guess. But
Yeah, that would be. They'd have to do a new trigger mechanism, get them keep. I don't know how you would do that with the AR platform.
right, you'd have to keep resetting the trigger or whatever. But
Hmm.
it'd be super cool though if somebody could figure it out. It'd be a blast.
Yeah. Well, as fast as this sport is growing and advancing, I think it would be really help you practice at home without leaving your home.
Right, right. And then, depending on how you could get set up, you could like compete with people in all those little funny side games and stuff.
Yeah, They could make it like an online thing where everybody just kind of shoots a match against each other just to practice.
Right.
I think that would be fun.
I picture something like Techno Hunt kind of, but like
You know,
with guns, I guess, instead
you
of a bow.
know,
So Techno Hunt, for anybody that's never done it, it's like a big, I don't know, 12 by 12 screen, and there's a projector that shoots like hunting scenes on it, and then you take your bow with a special blunt tip and you shoot at this big screen, and it like the shadows or whatever tell the screen where you hit, and then you can shoot against your buddies and stuff, and you all shoot deer, and then there's vitals and stuff, and you get scores for whoever's shooting better.
yeah, it's like that 3D like golf archery addiction type thing that
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have in Super Balls. Yeah.
They used to have them in Shields too.
I think they still might. I haven't been in the golf section in a long time.
No, the Techno Hunt, don't they have?
No, I don't think they have that. I think when they updated the shields here, they got rid of that.
They did though at one time, right?
Yep, they did. Yep. Back when
That's
I wasn't shooting rifles and was doing archery.
doing all bow stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the nice thing about bows is you don't have to do any reloading.
No, you don't. Refletching and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, you do have to do that, but
Yeah.
I'll refletch 6 arrows every 6 months before.
Versus loading a couple thousand rounds of match ammo.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Of course, like I said, I don't even do it anymore. My kids and my wife do, apparently. Not so much my wife anymore. She's helped me out a lot, but the kids get pretty excited about it.
Yeah. That's good. Get them involved.
Yeah. So, how well are you going to shoot this weekend?
I'm hoping I can do good. There's a lot of big names there.
How confident are you going into it?
Not as confident I was going in the last one just because I've had a whole month off with the baby and everything, just getting ready for this baby, and took all of June off. So, but I think once I get trigger pulls going, I'll be back into it.
Yeah, get out there the day before, shoot a little bit, get kind of back into the groove.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I have carpal tunnel in my left wrist. So that's not going to be awesome.
Yeah, I jumped out of my truck today and I think I pulled something in my knee and I was like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah, so when we don't do good this weekend, there's excuses.
Yeah. Got to have something going into it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I got my wrist. It comes and goes, but unfortunately, it's pretty tender today. So hopefully that'll.
Yeah.
Hopefully that'll
I'm
be
excited for it, though.
Yeah, me too. What you guys going to be up there going out for dinner, and are you guys grilling at the thing or what?
I think we're gonna try and grill. We did his last match. We grilled outside the hotel, and it was just nice because you can hang out and talk, and you're not stressed for time, running around finding restaurants and all that.
Waiting for people the servers and the bill and the
everything.
I'm surprised more people don't stay at the Fort Pierre Motel. I am. The place is awesome and it's cheap.
I think it's the outside that people get a little weary of it. It's not the prettiest.
No, it's an old place, but it's clean and all the rooms are like pretty recently redone. Like the room I stayed in last time, it was like brand new on the inside.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get worried about that stuff, but the guys I travel with, they get a little bit more. They're a little fancier than me.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear that. I don't know. I stay up there for hunting and for the matches and whatever, and I don't know. Just seems because then you can back your truck right up to the door.
Yep.
But like the motel thing, right? That's the weird part, right? Like some people get weirded out by the motels instead of like a chain hotel, you know?
Per-
I
yeah, personally, I like that for hunt season stuff because you can back up to the door and pull your stuff inside, and it's nice.
Yeah, and then the owners are right there and they all hunt and fish too, so they're not like weird when you have like rifles and stuff.
Yeah, you're carrying all these bags and rifles and gear, and they're not thinking we're gonna do something.
I can't remember what match it was. I want to say it was down in Nebraska with I was with like Ken and uh, I'm trying to remember who else was staying at that hotel. But either way, like I remember they got a little weird with all the guns
Oh
around
yeah,
people at the hotel. We were staying in
I
like
would.
the south side of Omaha.
Yeah, I was talking to a buddy that they just shot a match. I can't remember if it was North Dakota or what, like a couple of years ago, and they actually stayed on like a casino in a casino hotel, and they had to like check their guns in with the front desk and get like tags for them and all of this sort of stuff. I was like, that would be a lot of hassle.
Yeah, that's always a pain. And you don't want to leave them in the truck, you know. The best one we ever had, me and my buddy went and shot a 3-gun match out in like Faribault, Minnesota. There's that big range there. I can't remember what it's called. It's a pretty big range. Most people in the area have heard of it. They got just a ton of guns in stock, you know, and big, big gun shop, big rifle range. But we stayed at a place in town and we had all our gun cleaning supplies out, right? Because it was like raining the one day and stuff. So we cleaned everything and then we went and shot the second day. When we came back, the lady did the house cleaning. She like took all the rags. We had like rags that had like gun rag written on it and stuff. And she folded it all up so that gun rag was facing up and like had everything all nice on the little. It was pretty funny.
That is pretty good.
Had everything she like because we just left like the rags and stuff. We just left them out, like they were
Yeah,
just not like cleaning patches or anything, but just rags for wiping stuff down.
rags.
Whatever. Yeah, it said gun rag. I remember she folded them all up nice and had them all lined up on the little table, and everything was all put away.
That's pretty good.
Not what we were expecting.
Yeah, sometimes I get a little weirded out, but I'm glad some people still aren't weirded out about it.
Yeah. So how long are you gonna stick with the GT?
I think I'm gonna I think I'm gonna run it for a while. I like it. I really haven't had to do a bunch of load development with it. It's been pretty much shooting like a BR or BRA. It's been easy loading, I should say.
Yeah, I know that you went out shooting with it that first day, and it shot pretty good. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go 6 GT one of these days when I got to do. That's my plan. I got to shoot good enough at this match with my not so good barrel so that I can get a certificate for a new barrel.
Well, that's the goal, ain't it? To try and get enough so we can keep our rifles up and going.
Yeah. Of course, then it would be, well, do I get a new PRS barrel or do I get an ELR barrel?
Yeah,
That would be the dilemma that I would run into.
that's the dilemma I'm in too. Because I have a couple of HS coming now. I was debating on having them spin me up a ELR barrel.
Oh, you got a couple more HS barrels coming?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yes. Yeah, I got to get a couple. That barrel, I don't know. That barrel cut nice and it shoots good. And
Yeah, I think the HS barrels shoot fantastic. I've never heard anybody. I seen Lonnie's barrel shoot and Josh's barrels, and I started running them, and I haven't looked back since.
it's funny. They show up and they're just like, they look like just a piece of PVC rod. There's no contour. And the one you guys are getting, there's no contour.
Yep.
A piece of pipe. There's like tool chatter marks in it from when they ripped the OD. And
You don't gotta be pretty to win.
no, no, no. But I shined up good. Shoots good.
Yeah, shoots
And with that big break you got on
fantastic.
the end of it, it looks super nice.
Yeah, it finished out that ace break, finished out to almost the same diameter as the barrel. So,
Yeah, it doesn't look like a big goofy break on the end of a little barrel,
no, like you see on some of those other where they have those skinny little barrels and big old break.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of these days, I don't know.
No,
There's so much stuff I gotta. What's that? What's that?
you need to get into a foundation is what we need to get you into.
Oh, I know. I talked to him
So
about
we
it the
need to
other
get
day.
you into a foundation.
I know. I gotta. I talked to him the other day about it, but we'll see how it shakes out. That or the Jay Allens, right? They're coming back. Did you see
Yeah,
that?
yep.
Yeah.
They're they're a little interesting. I don't know. They're a little futuristic for my blood, but they seem to shoot.
When Jay Allen was still making them, people just loved him. And then
Yeah.
they quit making them for however long. And then MDT's bringing them back, right?
Yep. MDT created. It's kind of like they just bought out the name and have a different kind of still under the J Allen name, but made by MDT.
Right. Because they bought them, now they're coming back. So I don't know. We'll see. People used to really like them though.
Yeah, I've got behind one of them. They feel very comfortable, like very comfortable, but it's
You don't
just
want
really
to,
futuristic looking.
you run around with the Star Trek gun.
Yeah, basically that's what it looks like. You're in Star Trek.
They had one all painted up like a Nerf gun. I saw that MDT had up on their
Yep.
Facebook. That was pretty cool. But the first gun I saw painted up like that was Nick Hoyer's. Nick Hoyer had that like
Oh
air
yeah.
rifle. That was pretty cool. Theory, is there anything you want to get out there quick before we wrap this up? Anything we didn't get to talk about?
I don't think so. I don't. Is there anything we need to touch on?
No, I don't think so. After the match, we'll do another one and talk about what we could have done better.
That's always. Hopefully, it's nothing, but
Yeah.
you never
Unless
know.
one of us wins it perfectly.
Yeah,
No,
that's the
first you
goal,
want to
ain't
see.
it? Going to every match.
Yeah, going to every. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm just hoping to not be in like the bottom half. That's my goal, not to be in the bottom half.
Oh, I think we can get you up there.
I think I was 33rd at the last match.
Yep. 33rd ain't bad because we had a pretty stout field on that one too. So
If I can finish about that same spot, I'll be pretty happy with my performance. I don't shoot like I used to, as much.
yep. If
So
I can finish top 10 on every match, I'm pretty. I like to win them all, but you never. You got to
yeah,
go in with the right attitude to win it. But top 10 is a good finish at this one. There's a lot of good people being there.
people, yeah. One of these days, I'll be a little bit more competitive with it. I just don't want to, you know, you want to win everything, but it's like God, I
Yeah.
don't have the time to realistically shoot enough to keep up with these guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. There's some guys out there that are. It's you wonder how they shoot that good.
Yeah, especially too. Then you talk to them, you're like, well, how often do you practice? They're like, practice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I can't remember his name, but how he jumps on. He doesn't even hardly get his trophy. He's already on the plane back home onto another place.
Um,
Uh,
how long ago? Like now?
well, yeah, that was the what was that Oki showdown that I think he won. And they called his name, and he was already on the flight back home.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who that was? I don't.
God, I can't think of his name now.
I am gonna have to look into
Yeah.
it. That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, when
He's
your
always
flight's,
moving.
the flight's leaving. The flight's leaving.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're
You
not
gotta
waiting
get
for
to
you
the
to
next.
they're not waiting for you to get a.
Oh, Morgan King.
Oh, Morgan, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys are good.
Those guys are really good.
All right, man. Well, I think that'll wrap up our pre-show, our pre-match show. We'll come back after we shoot. It's gonna be fun because we're gonna be squatted up together, which is gonna be cool.
Yep.
I don't generally get squatted up with people, that what's the word? I don't get squatted up with people that I know generally, right? Like I do. Well, not it's not. I try to get squatted with people who don't know what they're doing, so I can try and help them out. Because like I said, I know I'm not going to win the match. I'm being realistic here, and
Yeah.
I would rather show up and have a good time and help these people get straightened out a little bit if I can. They're usually pretty good anyway. But
Yeah. I like those matches too that do like the random squatting where you get new people, they mix them in. And so you don't know who exactly you're squatted with, so you can meet new people.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
But it's always fun to be squatted with some friends once in a while, just to.
Right. So that's what's gonna be cool about this one is I'll be able to be squatted up with you. We'll be able to hang out all day or whatever. It'll be a little bit different than I'm used to.
Have the banter.
Yep. Yep. I think Dane's with us too. Dane and
Yep.
Brad.
Yep. And Shane and Joe Green and all those guys.
Yeah, yeah. So it's gonna be a good time.
It'll be a good match.
We'll be in touch and we got 2 days till 2 days till the match. 3 days? 2 days?
Yep.
What day is it?
3 days until it's Wednesday, right? Yep.
Yep. And then yeah, man, then we'll figure out a time to come on and do another one and do like a little after one and let everybody know how it all shook out.
I think that'll be good.
Awesome. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. So
No
with
problem.
that, with that, everybody, we're gonna wrap this one up. You got any questions, comments, or concerns for me or Theirry? You come right through me, Kirk at precisionriflemedia.com. Go to precisionriflemedia.com, click on the contact us section. That'll shoot me an email, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. That'll all come to me. It's all Precision Rifle Media. Go on and do me a favor, write a review if you can. If you can write a review for the show, that would be great. It really helps us out. Somebody just did. I'm going to have to go back and get the name so I can thank you guys for doing it on the show. But with that, everybody, take care. Try to get to the range. I'll talk to you next week. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.